Okay, guys, so, uh, I'm not entirely sure what to talk about in this video, other than it would appear DKs are getting buffed. Like, every time I look at PTR notes to go try to catch up, all I see is more DK buffs. Which I'm a little confused about, because I'm pretty sure to buff DKs. Well, I guess first off, they need to nerf BM hunters to the point, or any hunter, to the point to where they never show up. And then in the event that fails, make that route dispellable. But enough about that. I'm not entirely sure what's going on anymore. I keep expecting this patch to go live like every Tuesday. I'm like, please. For like the past month, I was just like, this season can't go on any longer. It has to end soon. So anyway, what I actually wanted to talk about, or decided that I would talk about, because I feel like I abandoned you guys because I'm just like, wow, it's kind of painful right now. I feel like I almost gave up. Like, if you watched my old videos and shit, when I play with like Gannett could save every day, it felt like, well, it's always been imbalanced and like shit and terrible and all that. But when I played with those guys non-stop, one, I don't think I was, even when DKs were bad in like season 10 and 11, I don't think we were anywhere near as bad as monks are currently, or the classes that were overpowered were as overpowered as like hunters and ferals are right now, or Ellies. But even that aside, also that was partially PvE gear, so for the most part people didn't have it. You'd fight some and you'd instantly notice like a staff proc, and you'd just be like, well, that was stupid, but it's the one game. It's not like, I don't know, I feel so sad every time I fight Ret Hunter, because I just feel like I should die instantly. Like the ease in which, say, Vanguards and Yoss kill me on my monk as Ret Hunter is actually just like pitiful. I almost want to go, I think I deleted all of them, but show those losses, because it's just like, well, I'm so royally boned it's not even funny. And people can see where I'm going from. Anyway, what I was going to go on about beforehand. Back when I played with Gannett and Save like every fucking day, I believe Save's like pretty much quit, and Gannett's playing Dota nonstop, and he also kind of quit. So my friends that I had great synergy with have both like died. So that's one thing. I don't have anyone that it's just like, we don't even need to talk. You know what I mean though? Like, maybe you don't. The few of you who have been here forever in the videos know what I'm talking about. When me and Gannett would just talk about the randomest shit and just start calling out DPS abilities instead of actually telling each other what we're doing in the arena match. It's hysterical. I didn't really need to coordinate with him at all. That, I don't have anyone like that. It's all like, it's not as clean as other things, but it still feels like beyond that, and I'm not sure if it's the difference in classes or me just feeling like I should never ever actually beat this comp. Like, I'm still entirely confused on why the hell they're hitting my mage. I die in the opener every game. All you have to do is hit me and pop cooldowns. That's it. You silence my Haley for 3 seconds, hit me, pop cooldowns, and bop off karma, and I die. Hell, you don't even need to bop off karma, but it requires you to go from silencing shot into scatter shot, and maybe into a Hodge on my healer. That's all they have to do. That's how easily monks die. And it really feels like, I don't know, back when I played DK Rogue Priest, it felt like if we couldn't beat a comp, we couldn't beat, let's say we couldn't beat Shadowplay, although I'm pretty sure we were supposed to beat Shadowplay. If we couldn't beat Shadowplay, the only team we couldn't beat was Azale, Talbot, and Sea-Doo when they transferred over. If we couldn't beat MLS, actually I don't think there was an MLS we really lost to consistently. So that's a terrible example. But you get the point. If we lost to a comp, we lost to one, maybe two people playing the comp. That's it. Right now it actually feels like the most random Ret Hunter I could ever find completely obliterates me, or is the hardest game in the world. It's not even like some level of playing better will save me. It's just, it feels fucked. Granted, I haven't played with a BM Hunter in a long time, and it is significantly easier whenever I play with Kerm and Yosk. And we just face roll everyone. But I still don't feel like it should be that huge of a difference. Like, ugh. It's painful, man. I swear. Hopefully next patch will be better, or Maybe my mindset will change and I'll start playing with the same people more often, and it'll start to feel better even if it's not. Would be a nice change. Just having synergy back down with people would make it. I feel like if I played with the same people daily and didn't get all sorts of pessimistic because feral druids are feral druids and things like that, I'd be doing a lot better than I am. Not that I really care. I don't know. The motivation to play significantly better just seems gone. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to sound all depressed, but that's how it is. 5.4. Just, that's all I'm waiting for. That's why it's so, like, slow right now. Okay, I know what else I'll talk about. So I was having a conversation with Chinglish in his stream, and we were debating. It started out with Holy Pallies, and I was going into, like, people were saying Holy Pally needed buffs. I was like, I don't think Holy Pallies need buffs. The comps they run need to stop being shit. And the best example I could think of was, if DKs are the best class in the game, for some unknown reason, let's just ignore how they actually get to that point. If DKs are the best class in the game, two things shut them down really fucking retardedly well. The first is disarm. So, if I had to pick a disarm class, I would probably say Healer Monk would be the best against a DK, because they could just roll away from him. You can force death grips and all sorts of shenanigans. Would be Healer Monk, and no healer can do anything about disarm, so the DK's are sort of on his own. And then Roots. And, you know, someone's going to be like, oh, obviously Mage is the best class. I'm like, no, you can dispel those Roots. Hunter. 8-second undispellable root annihilates DKs. That's sort of how it is. So, for Holy Pallies to be good, it's not necessarily that they need buffs, it's that DKs need to become the best class in the game, so where they can remove some of the few things that hard counter DKs. The issue doesn't so much lie in the Holy Pallies as the other classes they would play with, as opposed to other healers. And if you look at a Holy Pally, everything a Holy Pally would run is better run with a priest right now. Because if you just look at it, it's like, what does the Holy Pally offer? In terms of jungle cleave, who the hell needs freedom? One's immune to roots and slows, and the other one has Master's Call. And 3 trinkets. If you look at, say, blind, although I'm pretty sure Holy Pally still have to cast that, why the fuck would you want the Holy Pally blind over Priest Fear? It's just an instant loss. The only thing they offer is potentially sacking out of CC, which I say is equally matched by death. Sack may be slightly better, but death in terms of CC break, in terms of defensive cooldowns, that's all class balancing, and it's too hard to debate. And then bubble. That's all you would get. So there's just no reason to play with a Holy Pally. It's not that they're shit, it's just there's no reason to play with them. The classes that would need or benefit from a Holy Pally suck. So, I hope that sort of made sense to people. I don't know if I explained it well enough. I'll use another example. Arcane Mages didn't get the Spell Steal nerf. They don't go from spamming Spell Steal. What that means is, actually I'm pretty sure it's Holy Priest now, not Resto Druid, but Resto Druid's always just the classic example. It means they beat the shit out of fucking Resto Druids, because all they have to do is spam Spell Steal on HOTS. Now, before someone goes out and complains, Arcane Mages suck. A lot. That doesn't mean they should be allowed to hard counter Resto Druids, though. Even if they're the shittiest class in the game, the fact that they just randomly show up and hard counter Resto Druids, granted, this also goes with monks versus DKs, should not be allowed to do what I can do to a DK. It's disgusting. One class should just not completely, utterly annihilate the other one. That's just, it's wrong. Druids to rogues with Fairy Fire is another good example. It's just why? How is that's lame? It's not a thing. It shouldn't be a thing. I'm trying to think of what else are really classic examples of one class just completely butt-fucking another. Feral Druid and a Mage. Actually, that probably doesn't even matter that much anymore, because you can deep off GCD, so you can actually deep freeze a Feral Druid. I don't think deep should be off GCD either, by the way. I wouldn't care if it was on a half GCD, or I don't know what they could change. Knowing someone gave you a Fingers of Frost charge, so you could deep them off it, would be a nice change, and leave it on GCD so that people could actually react, because I find it really depressing that mages can just Pet Nova deep kill, or Frost Nova deep kill instantly, because it's off GCD. I feel like there's no reaction to that, but I don't know a good way to fix that. I think that'd actually be a good change. If whenever they Nova, they got one charge of Fingers of Frost and they could deep with it. Something along those lines. I'm sure someone knows more about mages and would be like, yo, they're just gonna like triple DR root someone and spam Ice Lance and kill them. And they won't even deep. That'd be pretty depressing, actually. I don't know. I don't know enough on mages. Like, I know what they do. I'm not dumb. But I don't know the guaranteed ins and out. Like, Frozen Orb requires procs to get Fingers of Frost charges. And various things like that where, you know, I'm not 100% sure. I know when I see Frozen Orb to get the fuck out because it'll kill me, and then be wary of the Ice Lance spam. And if Deep's not on cooldown, I should probably try to pre-cloak it type deal. But I don't know the exact things on it, like, does it proc off, say, Shadow Apparitions from a Shadow Priest? You know, all the little ins and out, I don't know that well on mages. I've never played a mage. Okay, I played it on TR. I was terrible at it. Didn't like it. Actually, really did not like that class. That was it. So, I don't know. This video is actually going really long, too. Wow, I'm really good at bullshitting. I didn't even know what I was going to talk about, and I end up with a semi-decent video of random stuff. I'm the best. What else? I don't want to go into 5.4 stuff, because I feel like it's going to come, like, next week, and then I'll just play it, and then I'll have stuff, and then people will maybe play with me again. And I'll be happy, and not miserable. And it will be okay. But I have a stun up? No. Damn. I was about to say that was a triple stun of the gods. Huh. Maybe I should cut it after this game. Let's look at this game. How are we winning this? What are we playing? What is this? Ellie Monk Holy Priest? My god. Oh, they're killing my shaman, not me. So, you know. Oh, this is actually pretty funny. Okay. So, in comps like this, basically hunter comps, anything they run. It's not anything they run, but it's anything they run. You know what I mean? You see the hunter comps and it's like Jungle Cleave, Red Hunter, KFC, Monk Hunter, Feral Hunter. It's not like Shadow Priest Hunter wouldn't do this in the example I'm going to give, but, you know, most hunter comps would. I don't know if it's in this video, but at several points in these games we played, when I was playing Ellie Priest, Monk, I would stop the entire team for like 6 seconds or so, right? You just like stop the game, you're hanging out, doing stuff, just decide no one gets to play their character for 6 seconds, and then your teammate gets topped. As soon as that 6 seconds is over, though, they instantly drop back to what they were. Back when I played, actually, I don't know, maybe that's just synergy and knowing when to counter pressure and when that peels is actually worth it versus, say, off healing. But when I played with Gannick all the time, during that 6 seconds of God peels or whatever you want to call it or look at it as, we would always be able to counter pressure somehow. And maybe that's a synergy issue. Maybe it's monks or shit. Maybe it's a comp issue. I'm honestly going to go with a lot of it stems from Tiger's Eye Brew needing stacks. And me having legitimate burst is coming from my stacks. But I'm not entirely sure on where that lies, but I just know it's really depressing to see. It's like when people are just randomly throwing out, say, silencing shot into a scatter shot, into a tree and stun, into like a Siphene Fear that gets trinketed into a half Siphene Fear or something. Just like the dumbest CC chain you could possibly think of, and potentially killing people through, you know, in this example, stunning the hunter, disarming his trinket, or disarming his BM, and then paralyzing his actual trinket or something crazy like that. Zen-medding the grounding totem trap, that's obviously a mistake, but something like that. And then paralyzing the feral, hexing the priest, you know, all sorts of CC and actually stopping the arena game for that long just to see him instantly die again. That's just depressing, man. I don't even know where I was going with it. I got too caught up in my example. But whatever I was going, follow my train of thought. I don't know, one of these games, I know for a fact, I stun a hunter, then use my other stun on a feral druid, and paralyzed the hunter pet. And then they died. And I just, like, almost wanted to cry. I was like, I actually paralyzed the hunter pet, and you still died. I should try to find that video. Okay, after this, I'm not sure if I deleted it, or my hard drive was full, or I didn't actually record it, or maybe it was on stream. But that did happen one game. If I can't find it, I will upload it right after this one. But if I can't find it, I can't find it. If it's on my stream, I'm not going to go watch the last 4 hours of whatever I last streamed when I was playing with Benji. But I will try to find it if I recorded it, and then I'll upload it. Because that's pretty sad. When you get to the point to where your viable tactic is paralyzing a hunter pet, something's wrong with this game if you're still losing. Well, no, not even if you're still losing. Something's wrong with this game if it gets to the point to where you have to paralyze a goddamn hunter pet to save someone's life. And the sad thing is, here's the real kicker. Healing spheres, I have off heals. The pet does enough damage that I actually feel safer paralyzing it as opposed to off healing. I thoroughly believe every off healer, every hybrid class, hell, second wind, any sort of self-healing should be able to out-heal a hunter pet. That's just been my premise. Wow. I 100k'd that guy. I guess that ends that game. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully it was a semi-enjoyable rant. I will try to do better, although I'm really just praying 5.4 comes soon. And then I'll actually have fun again. Because this patch has gotten really old. It was fun at first. And then it feels like it's actually just rock, paper, scissors scripted. So that's my opinion. I don't know what I'm going to title this video because I actually have no idea what I talked about. Maybe I'll just name it The Rant of All Rants. It'd be interesting. I don't know. Ooh. I have an idea. Wow, I'm really dumb. I trinketed it into a cyclone. I actually think I called that on Skype. I'm pretty sure I did. Anyway, here's my brilliant fucking idea. Give me the titles that this video should be called in the comments. Boom! Okay, thanks for watching.